Hey everyone, and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul, and today I'm going to be doing an overview on this computer case. This is the Fractal Design Core 1000 Micro ATX computer case. So here's a look at the Core 1000 case itself. We're going to start off right up here, which is where your front panel connectors are. You get a power button, you get a couple USB 2.0 ports, you get a headphone and microphone jack for your audio system, you get a reset button, and then a power indicator as well as a hard drive activity lights right down there at the bottom. These are mounted in such a way that you can remove the front bezel without affecting those, which is pretty handy. Speaking of the front bezel right here, it is plastic. It has mesh over the entire front, and there's some foam right behind that mesh, so you get good airflow, but at the same time it's going to be keeping some of the dust out of the case. It's got a Fractal Design logo right up there at the top, and I am going to pull this off really quick. You just grip it at the bottom and give it a tug to pull it off. There you can see you get a pre-mounted, pre-installed 120 millimeter intake fan. And then you can see right here where you would access to remove your 5 1/4 inch bay covers if you wanted to install optical drive. Right here behind the bezel you can see your pass-through there for the fan to allow air to flow into the case. You also got your front panel connectors running right down there, and you have a braided cord on this pre-installed 120 millimeter fan. There are two 5 1/4 inch bays up there at the top, and that's about it for the front bezel. Here's the left side of the case. As you can see, there is an optional 120 millimeter fan mount right there that will give you some extra air intake to provide more airflow, particularly over the graphics cards area if you're installing a graphics card in this case. Finally, here for the back, we have a power supply mount up here at the top. The case side panels are held on with black thumb screws. You have an 80 millimeter fan mount right here for exhaust. Knockout there for your motherboard's input-output shield. You actually have like a D-sub knockout that you could use right there, as well as a Kensington lock. And then finally down here at the bottom you get 4 PCI expansion slots, and they do have white accents with the PCI expansion slot bay covers. While I'm at it, let's take off the right side panel just to see what we have going on back here. There's the side panel. One of the very nice things you'll notice about this case, this being a budget case from Fractal, is that the entire interior is painted in a very nice black finish, which you rarely see in cases that come in at this level. So very nice touch right there. You have some cable management routing options, at least over on this side, but as far as behind the motherboard, there's not really so much room except for possibly maybe a case fan. You can see a couple thumb screws they've added on here for mounting your optical drives. And that pretty much does it for this side of the case. Let's take a look at the bottom. And while I say that, I might as well look at the bottom. Here at the bottom we have some foam standoffs here for the feet, and that will just reduce vibration and noise, as well as give you some extra protection for the desk or surface that you're setting the case on. And let's move on and look at the interior of the case. I'm just going to going to remove the left side panel here really quick. There's a look at the inside of that. Again, fully painted. It's also got some reinforcement along the edges, so it does flex a bit, but remains sturdy and pops on and off the side panel quite easily. So from the inside here, you can see your painted black interior. Up here at the top is where your power supply would mount. There's where your motherboard would mount. Again, this case will support Micro ATX as well as Mini ITX motherboards. There are your PCI slots right there. Again, you get 4 of them. They're held on with black thumb screws. Inside here we have some accessories as well as a Core 1000 user's manual. So here's your accessory box. You get a drive bay converter, so this will take one of your front 5 1/4 inch bays and convert it to a 3.5 inch bay panel. So if you have a card reader or a fan controller that you want to install there, you can accommodate that. Here's a little baggie with a motherboard speaker header, as well as your motherboard standoffs and the mounting screws to mount the motherboard to the standoffs. So also got your drive screws in there, and that does it for accessories. Now if you're looking in this case, you might be wondering where the drive cage is at, because they don't quite jump out at you. Well, this has a somewhat unique design here for mounting your hard drives, and it starts off right here with this panel, which again is mounted with thumb screws, which I am removing. There we go. So 2 screws there at the top and then 1 down here at the bottom, and this little panel will pop out. And essentially you've got mounting points here for two 3.5-inch drives like that one, so they mount from the bottom just like that, and it would hold it right up there against the side of the case, so you can put two of those, one on top of the other. It's also got mounting points here spaced out for 2.5-inch drives, so if you're going with SSDs or 2.5-inch mechanical hard drives, you can mount up to three of those right there. If you're going for spinning mechanical 3.5-inch drives, you also got some silicone grommets right there that you mount it through to help reduce the vibration and noise that is generated by mechanical hard drives. So here you can see that since they're using that drive mounting system, there's plenty of space here for airflow from the front of the case. Also, you get your other case connectors here. So there's your 3-pin connector for that front case fan. You also get AC97 or HD audio connectors for the front panel ports. And finally, a USB 2.0 motherboard connector for that front panel USB, or the two front panel USB ports. Also, you got your default motherboard reset, power, and LEDs connectors right there. Lastly is your 5¼ drive cage, which is right up here, and these thumb screws, which are pre-installed there, are actually holding in one more drive adapter, which you can maybe see right there. But that's a 5¼ to 3.5-inch adapter, so you could fit another 3.5-inch drive in there. It does also, I'm just looking right now, it does also have 2.5-inch drive mounts, so you can mount a 2.5-inch drive there, and that will give you another space from the default configuration here to mount a mechanical hard drive. Now, in case you guys are wondering, I did want to do a quick measurement here since this is a smaller case, and if you're looking to fit within a particular size footprint, it is less than 15 inches tall and less than 17 inches deep. Also, just shy of 7 inches wide, so it should fit in most situations if you're trying to build the case to fit within particular size parameters. Also, a quick correction for the exhaust fan mount here at the back, which is right here. I said 80 millimeters. It does have an 80 millimeter fan mount, but you can also fit a 92 millimeter fan right there, so there's your options. That is going to wrap it up for this overview. Once again, this has been the Fractal Designs Core 1000 Micro ATX computer case. I'm Paul with Newegg TV, and if you enjoyed today's video, please head over to our Newegg YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.